Hi everyone, this is 2026 FOREX Trading Empire Mentorship Program, Lecture 45. So in this lecture, we're going to be doing a little bit of difference to the previous lecture. Still going to be a top-down analysis, but we're going to be looking at major pairs. We're going to go through major pairs that have been in my watch list, let's say around a month and now. And going through the FOREX Trading Empire Telegram group, traders have been more interested in trading those major pairs. So I will be talking about the major pairs, talking about what I'm currently looking at in those major pairs going in this week. So first, let's start from the dollar index. So on the weekly time frame on the dollar index, I'm actually anticipating higher prices from the weekly fair value gap, and my draw on liquidity is the swing high and to the buy side liquidity. That is my current draw on liquidity. And looking at this price action, looking at how price is actually reacting to the weekly fair value gap, you can tell that there's more likelihood of price trading higher because you can see how the candle are even failing to close below the weekly fair value gap and creating a swing low. Last week closed as an upwards candle. Now last week was, I can say, one of the most ranging week, but price to close as an up close candle, still aligned with the idea. So from a weekly perspective, I'm anticipating higher prices to the buy side liquidity. On the daily time frame on the dollar index, so far on the daily time frame, I was looking at the idea of price trading to this low on the previous week because we have an order block, we have a daily order block, and price haven't traded above the mid range of the order block. So the order block is still valid. I explained in the previous lecture that if price is going to be expecting the daily order block, there's a likelihood of price trading lower to run the swing low. So as long as price is still below the 0.5 level, I will be anticipating lower prices, but it's not a high probability setup. These are times where you're most likely going to look at price, have a perspective on where price is actually trading to, but you're only going to be taking advantage of that setup when it's aligned with the currency you're actually trading that is aligned with the dollar index. If you're trading the USD JPY, you're only going to be taking sales on USD JPY when the dollar is ready to drop, because as long as price is still below the 0.5 level, and on the technical side on USD JPY, price is anticipating lower prices on the daily time frame, and they are fully correlated, then those are the times I will advise you to take low probability setup. So for that, normally I do trade Hero USD and I use the dollar index for correlation. So price haven't given me much of a reason to sell, which on Hero USD I will be looking to buy. Haven't given me much reasons for me to buy. So from last week I didn't even look at the dollar index. For those in the group know that I only talked about it, talked about my perspective, and that was it. I didn't even post anything about the dollar index because I'm still waiting to see if price is going to be taken out this low and if there's a possibility of price trading higher. But if there's going to be a trend in price trading above the 0.5 level, then a continuation to the buy side liquidity, that should be my draw on liquidity. But for now, the daily is not aligned with the dollar index. So the daily is not aligned with the weekly, sorry. So let's go down to the 1 hour time frame. On the 1 hour time frame on the dollar index, here's the opening price of this week price action. Traded back to the other block, respected the other block, did a short-term shift in structure because here's a swing high, here's a swing low. Price took out the swing low, shift in structure. Look at how price is reacting to the 1 hour fair value gap. Just see there's going to be a continuation in that trend trading lower. Now remember, this is a low probability. Most likely, I would prefer price to trade higher, trade above the zero 0.5 level. Personally, I'm not taking advantage of this setup. So let's move to the next currency. On the weekly time frame on Euro USD, price took out the sell side liquidity. Now, after price took out the sell side liquidity, you'll be looking if there's going to be a possibility of a continuation in that trend in price trading lower, or it was going to be a short-term run on liquidity that might lead to a counter trend, maybe to a complete reversal in price trading higher. Now, looking at this price action, price took out the sell side liquidity, created a swing low, but the price haven't retraced to a weekly point of interest for me to anticipate a trend, a continuation in price trading lower. Here's the weekly fair value gap. Price came close to the weekly fair value gap with this candle, but wasn't a complete retracement. So far, price have been consolidating close to the weekly fair value gap, but when it comes to correlation to the dollar index, you know that I'm anticipating higher prices on the dollar index on the weekly time frame. Looking at that correlation, which the bias of looking at price using the weekly fair value gap as a resistance level to trade lower should be the draw on liquidity, which the target is the sell side liquidity. On the daily time frame on Euro USD, looking at the daily fair value gap, you can see how price traded through daily fair value gap, possibility for a counter trend. Price haven't retraced to the weekly fair value gap. So you can see that Euro USD is not that correlated to the dollar index from the daily time frame. Because looking at this price action, there's a likelihood of a retracement to the weekly fair value gap. While on the dollar index, price already retraced to the weekly fair value gap. Now, if you're looking at it as a smart money diversion, as an SMT, but I wouldn't look at it as an SMT because it's a fair value gap, not a swing high. So for that reason, I'm not looking at price trading lower for the meantime unless I can see a daily shift. Then I can anticipate lower prices. But as long as the dollar index is not fully correlated to Euro USD, I'm not taking any advantage of any setup on Euro USD. I'm on a daily time frame on NQ. Now, if you have been on a Telegram group, you know that I've been talking about the US 100 for a while, and the US 100 have been added to our trading watch list. So on the weekly time frame on the US 100, after price took out the swing low, traded into the weekly fair value gap, I've been anticipating higher prices to run the buy side liquidity, which led to a little bit of consolidation within that price range. Price have been within the range of the swing low to the buy side liquidity. But after taking out this low, you can see there's a swing low. And so far, the bias is still anticipating higher prices. Now, regardless of this price action, if the daily is going to be aligning with the idea in price trading higher, I will be anticipating higher prices because the next draw liquidity is price creating a new all-time high on the US 100. So I can identify a weekly shift in structure. But as long as there's no weekly shift in structure, the weekly bias is still anticipating higher prices to the buy side liquidity. Looking at this weekly fair value gap as a support area. On the daily time frame on the US 100, last week price took out previous week low. After run on previous week low, Price did an internal shift, trading to this high. So you can see here's an equal high. Just call it a buy side liquidity. The high and this high. It's actually my drawn liquidity currently on price because after taking out the sell side liquidity, shift in structure, internal shift in structure, retracement to a daily fair value gap, I'm actually anticipating a continuation in the trend. The next drawn liquidity is the buy side liquidity. And on the 1 hour time frame, a market shift in price trading higher, drawn liquidity is the buy side liquidity. So I'm trying to make it a little bit brief. I don't want the video to be long because I think it doesn't take much to explain on what price is actually doing from a broader perspective. It's all about taking notes and be well aware of where price is actually trading to and know your trade plan to actually take advantage of it. I'm just giving you guys a broader perspective on what I'm actually looking at. So a continuation in that trend to run the buy side liquidity. On the weekly time frame, on gold, I've been looking at price trading lower from the weekly order block after price took out the sell side liquidity, and I've been sticking to that bias actually, regardless of price creating a swing low. Now, last week I was actually looking at a continuation in the counter trend in price creating a swing low, maybe a short term retracement in price going for the high. That was actually what I was looking at last week. And so far, from a weekly perspective, I can say that an ideal trade idea is for price to retrace to the swing high. But looking at how price is actually trading currently, I will most likely rely on the daily time frame. Now, there's a lot of details on the weekly, but it's not enough to give me a clear perspective to what price might be doing on a weekly basis. So I'm most likely going to be using the daily time frame as my main point in anticipating the next draw on liquidity. On the daily time frame on gold, looking at how price took out the swing low, sell side liquidity, did a shift in structure, took out this high, did a shift in structure. Here's the other block. Price retraced to the other block last week. I told you guys I was actually looking at price trading higher, and my drawn liquidity is the buy side liquidity. That was my actual draw on liquidity. But the price did a short-term retracement, trading back into the other block. Now I'm looking at the 4 hour time frame within this price range to see if price is going to support the other block. But as soon as price trades below and trades through the body of the candle, the other block candle, then I will be anticipating lower prices. But as long as price is still above the closing price, as long as price is still above the opening price of the other block, I'm currently anticipating higher prices. And it's depending on how the 4 hour is aligning itself to that trade idea. Which, looking at the 4 hour, you can clearly see that the trend is still on a counter trend. I might see a retracement to the swing low. And after price trades to the swing low, so I'll be looking at what price is most likely to do. But I will be giving an update on this. It's not actually clear to the point where I will be looking at price where I'll be taking a 1 hour entry because I'm still waiting for a few price correlation before actually pressing the button and taking a buy or a sell. So I want to see how price will be reacting throughout Monday. Then look at how Tuesday is reacting to Monday's high or Monday's low. Using the weekly delivery to anticipate the next draw on liquidity. If it's going to be going for the buy side liquidity or price we're trading through the order block to run the swing low. Now, remember that you're not trying to force yourself to understand what price is most likely to do. No, you just need to have a few rules in place that should give you a perspective to what price will be doing. And when price is not aligned with that rules, you're not actually looking to take a buy or a sell. So that is it for this lecture. See you guys in the next lecture.